You know that feeling? You've got this image, it's almost perfect, you know exactly what needs to change, maybe just the color of a shirt or getting rid of a sign way in the back. You type it out, super clear.
Oh, yeah. And then the AI, this incredibly powerful thing, uh, starts editing the sidewalk or the sky or, like, the wrong shirt. It drives you crazy.
Exactly, you're trying to give precise visual directions using just text, and it feels like the AI is just guessing where to look half the time.
It's like trying to guide a brilliant artist who's wearing a blindfold.
That's really the core problem we're jumping into today. Welcome to the deep dive. We're focusing on a simple, no-code way to basically take the blindfold off.
Yeah, we're talking about combining Canva, which is super visual,
Uh-huh.
with the power of Nano-Banana. That's what we call the image engine in Gemini 2.5 Flash image. It's fast.
And our mission today is pretty straightforward. Turn that frustrating trial and error AI editing into something predictable, powerful, and honestly kind of a one-shot deal.
So first up, we'll look at what Nano-Banana does really well and, where it kind of falls down that spatial guesswork.
Then we'll reveal the simple fix using Canva's visual tools. After that, the step-by-step playbook.
And finally, we peek under the hood a bit why this visual approach actually works so well on a technical level. Sound good?
Sounds great. Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. What makes Nano-Banana so promising, even with this spatial issue we mentioned?
Well, the speed and accessibility are big ones, right? It's integrated, often free to use. But the tech itself, two things really jump out. First, its natural language understanding is excellent.
Meaning you don't need weird code words.
Exactly. You can talk to it pretty normally about what you want creatively, make this look more dramatic, stuff like that.
Okay. And the second thing, you mentioned character consistency. I think this might be the real game changer.
Totally agree. It's amazing at keeping a person looking like the same person across different edits. Change their clothes, change the background, change the pose.
Wait, so the face stays consistent even if I change the hair or the lighting? That fixes so many headaches we've had with AI images.
It really does help with that continuity.
Yeah.
But, and here's the catch, even with all that smarts, if you've got 3 people in a photo and say change the shirt, it still doesn't inherently know which shirt.
Right, it's back to the guessing game. That's the spatial ambiguity.
It has to statistically figure out, which pixels are shirt versus arm versus background that looks kind of like a shirt.
And that's where we all fall into that trap of writing these incredibly long, specific prompts.
Oh yeah, the legal document prompts. Change only the blue cotton t-shirt, short-sleeved, worn by the person standing second from the left, slightly behind the oak tree, ignoring the logo.
Size slightly. And I still wrestle with that myself. Try and get spatial precision just with words. It often just drifts or fails completely. I wasted like half an hour last week trying to tell it just the blue stripe on the bag, not the blue background. Never got it.
It's just a mismatch. Fundamentally, we think visually, we point, we say this thing right here. The AI thinks in text and probabilities based on that text.
So describing where with words is just the wrong language.
Pretty much. It's inefficient, often ineffective.
Okay, so how do humans typically try to solve this spatial guessing game right now, before this visual trick?
By writing those incredibly specific, complex prompts, which, as we said, usually fail to guarantee precision anyway.
Right. So if text fails, how do we actually talk to the AI in a way it understands spatially?
We stop describing the location and start showing it the location, visually.
Ah, moving from description to demonstration. Okay, that leads us to the breakthrough. Using visual markers. It sounds simple.
It really is. We use Nano-Banana's other big strength, multimodal editing. It can understand both text and images. So we give it an image with visual instructions drawn right on it.
And Canva is perfect for that because it's easy, accessible. You don't need to be a graphic designer.
Exactly. No complex software needed. You literally just draw, say, a bright pink rectangle around the exact area you want to change, a really high contrast marker.
Like a big visual flag.
Precisely. And then you put the text instruction, change to blue, remove this, right next to or sometimes inside that box.
So going back to the analogy, we're not asking it to guess which shirt concept it should use from its massive internal library, its latent space.
Right. You're drawing a giant pink box around the actual pixels on the image and saying loud and clear, this shirt, edit this specific thing.
It bypasses the guessing.
Completely.
Yeah.
Which leads to a key question someone might have.
Does this mean we need complicated drawing skills or expensive software to make these markers?
Not at all. It relies entirely on Canva's simplest tools, drawing basic shapes and adding plain text. Super easy.
Okay, let's get practical. Walk us through the playbook. How does this actually work step by step? It sounds like it could be really fast once you know the shortcuts.
Oh, definitely. Once you get it down, you can mark up even a complex image in like under a minute. So steps 1 to 4 are all in Canva. Upload your image. Easy.
Got it.
Then hit the R key, shortcut for rectangle. Draw your box around the specific bit you want to edit.
Okay, R for rectangle. Simple enough. What's next? You mentioned formatting it as an AI signal.
Right, this part's key. You need to make the box speak the AI's language. So first, change the fill color to transparent. No fill.
Why transparent?
So the AI can still see the image underneath the box clearly. The box is just a boundary marker. Then set the border color. Use something really bright, high contrast. We recommend obnoxious pink.
Chuckle slightly. Obnoxious pink. Why pink?
It just stands out. It's rarely the main color in a photo, so the AI sees it as an instruction, not part of the scene. Make the border, say, 3 to 5 pixels wide, so it's really obvious.
Okay, transparent fill, bright pink border, couple pixels wide. Got it. Then the instruction.
Hit the T key, shortcut for text tool. Type your clear, simple instruction right next to the pink box. Remove this car. Make sure dark green. Keep it concise.
R for rectangle, T for text, pink box, clear instruction. Done. Now what?
Now the export part. Select everything, the original image, all the pink boxes you drew, all the text labels, everything together.
Clubbed all. Okay.
And this is important. Use Canva's download selection option, not download page or download all, just the selection.
The download selection. Why is that specific?
It ensures you only get the image with the markup perfectly aligned without any extra white space from the Canva canvas. Save it as a PNG, high quality.
Got it. Marked.PNG, downloaded via download selection. Then we head over to Nano-Banana.
Exactly. Open Gemini or wherever you access Nano-Banana. Upload that marked up PNG file you just saved.
Okay, image uploaded. Now the prompt. Is it complicated?
Nope. This is the beauty of it. You use one simple universal prompt for almost everything.
Universal prompt. What is it?
It's simply, read the pink text in the image and make the modifications. Remove the pink text in boxes. That's it.
Huh. Okay, let me unpack that. What is the exact purpose of that single sentence universal prompt at the end?
It does two crucial things. Tells the AI what to look for, the visual instructions marked in pink, and then tells it to clean up after itself, removing the guides for the final image.
Wow, so it reads the instructions on the edges, does the edits, and erases the instructions. So that's incredibly efficient.
It really is. One prompt, precise edits.
And you're saying this isn't just for fixing one small thing, it can handle more complex stuff.
Absolutely. This scales really well. You can use some more advanced techniques. For starters, multiple simultaneous edits.
Meaning?
Just draw more boxes, put a pink box around the sky that says, make vibrant blue, another around a person saying, remove this person, another on a building saying, add ivy, one image upload, one universal prompt.
And Nano-Banana understands each separate instruction applies only to its specific pink boxed region.
Exactly. The spatial guidance is locked in for each one. It executes them all in one go.
Okay, that's powerful. What about really complicated edits like major architectural changes or something?
For that, you can use layered refinement. Think of it like working in stages.
How so?
So, generation 1. You upload the original image, mark it up for the big structural changes, maybe removing some ugly scaffolding from a building. You run it, get the result.
Okay, scaffold's gone.
Then you take that resulting image, upload it again, and add new pink boxes for generation 2. This time maybe focusing on details like fixing a crack in the wall or changing a reflection in a window.
Ah, so you break down complex tasks into smaller, manageable chunks for the AI?
Precisely. It prevents overwhelming the model and gives you more control over each stage. You could even do a generation 3 for final polish.
Makes sense. Can you combine this with, like, reference images? If I want the sky to look like a specific photo I have.
Yep, that's another great technique. Draw your pink box around the sky in your main image. In the text next to it, write something like, match the style and colors of the reference image for this sky area.
And then you upload both images, the marked up one and the reference sky photo.
Exactly. Upload both. The AI uses the pink box to know where to apply the style and the reference image to know what style to apply. Spatial accuracy plus aesthetic matching.
That's really versatile. What about for people doing lots of similar edits, like product photos for e-commerce?
Template reuse is your friend there.
Oh.
In Canva, create a template with your standard image size and maybe some pre-placed, pre-formatted pink boxes for common edits like say, always cleaning up the background.
So you just drop in the new product photo, maybe adjust the box slightly, type the instruction, and boom.
Pretty much. Super fast for high volumes. You can even color code your boxes if you get really
High
fancy.
tower code.
Yeah, maybe pink means modify, red means remove, blue means change lighting. You just add a little text legend somewhere on the template like AI, pink modify, red remove.
Whoa. Okay, imagine scaling that. Templates, color coding, you could process hundreds, thousands of images with that level of precision, driven by simple visual cues. That's serious leverage.
It really opens things up.
So let's say I need to maintain really consistent product branding across like all my seasonal marketing images. Which advanced technique should I lean on most?
Template reuse combined with that color coding idea is probably best for repeatable, consistent, high-volume edits where you want minimal variation.
Got it. Okay, let's dive a bit deeper. Why does this work so well? Why is a simple pink box so much better than that 1,000-word prompt we talked about?
It gets down to how these AI models actually see or, well, process images. You're essentially guiding the attention mechanisms directly.
Attention mechanisms, like
Right.
where the AI focuses its processing power.
Exactly. That bright pink box is like a giant flashing neon sign yelling, "Hey, AI, pay attention to these specific pixels right here." You're telling it exactly where to concentrate.
So it's not just analyzing the whole image vaguely based on the text anymore?
Right. You're solving what's sometimes called the latent space problem more efficiently. Think of the AI's mind, its latent space, as this huge abstract library of every visual concept it knows.
Okay.
Typing shirt makes it wander through the entire shirt section of the library, trying to guess which one you mean. The pink box is like giving it the exact page number and paragraph.
You're massively narrowing down the search space.
Hugely. From potentially millions of possibilities down to just the pixels inside that box. This computational localization saves processing, reduces errors. It takes the success rate from maybe 50-50 or worse up to like 99.9%.
And it perfectly uses the AI's ability to handle multiple types of input, right?
Precisely. It's multimodal information fusion at its best.
Yeah.
Visual data, the pink box telling it where, plus text data, the label telling it what to do. They combine for precise action. You're finally speaking its most effective language.
How does this compare to, say, traditional methods like using masking tools in Photoshop?
Well, Photoshop masks or in-painting masks are pixel perfect. You can get absolute precision. But
Big learning curve, expensive software, time-consuming.
all of the above. Mastering manual masking takes time and skill. This Canva workflow, it gives you maybe 95% of that pixel level precision, but for, I don't know, 10% of the effort and cost.
So for the average professional using AI for content creation, not necessarily high-end retouching, what's the key advantage here over shelling out for expensive pro software and training?
It offers really high spatial precision, really quickly, without needing the budget or the time investment for deep manual masking skills. It's democratizing precise editing.
The applications seem pretty widespread then.
Oh, absolutely. E-commerce is huge, like we said. Changing product colors, standardizing backgrounds to pure white for catalogs. Perfect use case.
I can see it for real estate too, turning a drab gray sky blue and listing photos. Big impact.
Definitely. Or virtual staging, adding furniture realistically, removing distracting stuff like, a trash can on the curb or a car in the driveway, all pinpoint accurate.
Social media managers must love this, creating variations for A/B testing ads or posts.
Super fast. Generate 5 versions of an image with slightly different elements in minutes, all controlled.
Even just for personal photos, right? Finally removing that random person who photobombed your perfect vacation shot.
Yeah. Or making a sunset just a little more dramatic. It makes those kinds of edits reliable, not a frustrating gamble.
But we should be clear, it's not magic. What are the limitations?
Right. It's important to set expectations. This is not a full Photoshop replacement for, say, high-resolution billboard ads or complex magazine cover retouching where every single pixel needs manual finessing.
It's for that 95% zone, not the absolute highest end.
Exactly. And crucially, the results still depend entirely on Nano-Banana's underlying abilities. If the base AI model is just bad at generating realistic hands, for example.
This technique won't magically fix that.
Nope. It will help you tell the AI exactly where to try and generate those potentially wonky hands, but it can improve the AI's fundamental drawing skills, so to speak.
That makes sense. So, just to confirm, since this relies on the underlying AI model, will this technique fix a universally known AI problem, like rendering realistic hands consistently?
No, unfortunately not. The technique gives you pinpoint spatial control, but it can't overcome the core creative or representational limitations of the AI model itself. Better hands require a better base model.
Got it. So, stepping back, the big picture here. We were struggling trying to bend our visual way of thinking into the AI's text-only input. Lots of friction, lots of failure.
Yeah, it was like trying to hammer a screw. We were using the wrong tool. The solution was actually simple. Use visual instructions for visual tasks. Speak the AI's multimodal language.
And doing that transforms Nano-Banana from something powerful but kind of erratic into the precise, reliable creative partner we were hoping for. It makes the AI adapt to us.
It really does feel like unlocking its potential.
Which leads to a fascinating final thought. If combining two really simple, accessible, no-code tools like Canva and Nano-Banana creates this level of precision and control, what does that imply about the future of how we interact with all AI?
Right. Will the most powerful, most complex AI systems actually be hidden behind the simplest, most intuitive visual interfaces?
Hmm.
Maybe the command line gives way to the pink rectangle.
Something to ponder. But for now, the takeaway for you listening is try this. Seriously. Open Canva, upload an image.
Hit R, draw a pink box, hit T, type an instruction, download the selection.
Upload it to Gemini or Nano-Banana, use that universal prompt. Read the pink text in the image and make the modifications. Remove the pink text in boxes.
You'll likely be amazed at how accurately it follows your visual lead. Get out there and start editing with precision.